Support and resistance. So in this video, I'm going to share a few one of the most important aspects of trading, and that is how to identify support and resistance properly, especially if you are a beginner. Now, if you are new to our channel, this is a channel where we share tips about how to improve your trading. Okay, we share a few our strategy as well. So now, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay. So right now, what we are looking over here is euro dollar. Okay, so we are going to use euro dollar to explain the concept of support and resistance, and some tips on how you can identify the support and resistance level easily. Okay, now when we first started, I think this is something that I really struggled with, learning how to find the good levels to trade off, right? Because you want to be buying at support and selling at resistance, right? That's how you actually make money in trading. Okay, so when it first started, it was very difficult because trading, like support and resistance is kind of more like both an art and a science. And I was too, fixated in trying to find the exact method to analyze the support and resistance level. Okay, so before I start, I'd like to tell you that identifying support and resistance level is kind of an art and a science. Okay, so there's no one fixed way to do it. But of course, I will give you some tips across my 7 years of trading and how I managed to find good levels, and also what I learned across my trading journey. Okay, so now let's get into this euro dollar chart. You can see over here that this euro dollar. Okay, the first thing you want to know about trading, or rather support and resistance, is that they are most of the time interchangeable. Okay, so what do I mean by the word interchangeable? Okay, let's start over here. Okay, so you can see over here that price actually is support. Okay, and what happens when it's broken? Okay, if you see that the candle here breaks this, right? You can see that it breaks support. It retested it and comes back almost to the same level. Okay, now here's the first tip when it comes to identifying a support and resistance level. Okay, a support and resistance level is never a single line. Okay, so don't just draw it like this and expect price to go exactly to this line. Okay, a support and resistance is a zone. Okay, so that's the first tip that I want to give you. It is a zone. So rather than seeing as level, just just kind of know that, okay, you expect resistance to be around here. Okay, notice I used the word around here. I didn't say precisely here. Okay, so now let's carry on looking at the charts. Okay, so if over here you see there's another support here. Okay, and when it was broken, it's retested again. Okay, so same thing. Okay, it's about this level. Okay, so tip number 2 that I have for you would be to use the line chart. Okay, if you really want to pinpoint a particular level, okay, to look at, I would recommend changing to the line chart. Okay, so depending on which trading platform you use, okay, I'm using TradingView right here, but if you just change to a line chart, you'll see a chart like this. Okay, so just put a horizontal line at the in this case will be the belly. Okay, and if you switch it back up to the candlestick chart, okay, you see that price actually spike, right? It has a long tail, kind of like a doji candle into the resistance. Okay, so that's another tip I have for you, using the line chart to pinpoint this so-called pinpoint the exact support and resistance level, but at the same time understanding that support and resistance level is more of a zone rather than a fixed level. Okay, so if you can see over here, let me just show you one last example over here. Okay, you have support here. It was broken and it came to retest. Okay, if you want the so-called exact level, change to the line chart. Okay, and just draw it over here. Okay, so you can see something like this. Okay, so this is the basics of support and resistance. Okay, another question that I often get would be the time frame. Okay, so you can see over here that we're looking at the H4 time frame. H4 time frame means that every single candle is a H4, means it represents 4 hours of trading. Okay, if you look at the daily candle, then it represents the entire day's movement. Okay, so if you are a beginner, okay, and chances you are if you are watching this video, then my recommendation to you would be to start off with H4 charts. Okay, meaning that you want to identify turning points using the H4. Okay, so how do you identify the exact support and resistance level? You just look at turning points. Okay, so you can see over here, there's one turning point here, there's one turning point here, so there's one turning point here. Okay, so in this case, you can draw it over here, right? You see that there's a candle. Okay, so notice that it kind of takes experience. There is no fixed rule, right? I mean, I love to give you an exact method of how to do it, exactly, a foolproof way. But as I said, trading support and resistance level is really an art and a science, so it's impossible. Okay, but give you one more tip. Okay, when it comes to identifying support and resistance level like this, you want to always look at the more recent data. Okay, I mean, just think about it. Okay, this high over here is definitely more significant than this over here. Okay, why? Because this data here is more recent, and when the data is more recent, it's actually more relevant. That also means that more traders are taking a look at this particular high. So if you notice over here, there's a high here, but you notice that there's also a candle low over here. Okay, so kind of there's also a low here, so kind of the zone I will draw it like this. Okay, but I will pay more attention to this over here. Okay, rationale is because it's recent. Okay, so this is a tip that not a lot of people share, in all these YouTube videos as well as courses. They just show you the gist of identifying support and resistance level, but they don't tell you that recent data is very important. So you can see over here, it's the same thing as well, right? Recent data. So you have a high here, it broke out, it retested. It was a support here, it broke out, it retested. Okay, let me just draw this for you over here. Okay, so you can see it's very nice. Okay, it's in this kind of situation where you want to be very aggressive because the market is very easy to trade. Okay, when the support and resistance lines are holding very nicely. Okay, sometimes you have situations where the support and resistance lines don't hold very nicely. Okay, price likes to do what is known as a fake out. Okay, if you are new again, I don't want to confuse you, but I think for this lesson, right, I think you want to get familiarized with identifying peaks and valleys. Okay, so a peak is let me just draw it for you. Okay, a peak would be this. Okay, it's kind of like an inverted V, and a valley would be just a V shape. Okay, so the other tip I have for you is also if you have problem identifying what is known as swing lows and swing highs. Okay, what you can do is you can switch to the line chart again. Okay, let me just clear everything for you. Okay, so you can see that this is a swing high. Okay, so you can just use this to identify easily. Okay, it's more concrete. Okay, it's a more foolproof way because you can see it very clearly, right? So it's also very helpful to more than just identifying the turning points, learn how to read a trend. Okay, if you do not know how to identify a trend, I won't cover it in this video because this video we're talking about support and resistance level, but I think I covered this in some of my previous videos. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Okay, I also leave the link to my how to day trade for a living guide in the description below. Okay, it's a totally free guide. Okay, I give you I teach you how to trade. I talk about candlestick patterns, candlestick cheat sheet, and I even give you a day trading strategy that works. Okay, all this is all available for you for free in the description below, so just check that out. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I covered most of the things I want to cover. Okay, if you have any questions about this, okay, please comment down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know some of the issues you are facing, so that I can come up with more content like this that is beneficial to you. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.